Okay, hi guys. I'm back after like a month or two, I don't know. But the thing is, I managed to solve these really easily, thanks God. Honestly, I don't know what happened to me that week when I was trying to solve um, the problem of what was the problem? Yeah, switching time zones when creating the modal on a daily view when you clicked any specific zone of the component. And something that I wanted to test is, I'm sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Um, damn it. Wanted to know if this was okay. So yes, this is July 12th. We're gonna click 10 whatever 10:05 p.m. I was able to put the right date. I know I said that I was going to stream everything, but honestly, it was like I was released from the pressure of thinking that this would be could be watched on live. Try to do it by myself the other night. Well, last night or the previous night to last night. I don't know how to say that, but I came out with this. It was so like dumb, but yeah, I just didn't have the ability. I never had the ability to. What about this? You can just remove it. Whatever. But come on, man. Could it be the stream? Because I had just unmasked local time, first time connected. It feels like if this was going to be used for something important. But I don't think this is good. I'm not using it for practically any visible purpose. Whatever. So it was inner method, create columns list, now calculator, no. Vertical, all of this is already done. Hover, mouse leave. Yes, this one. So basically what I did is I had this method in Utils which took a time, and the explanation that ChatGPT gave me was that this was wrong because I don't know, I was like switching twice from local to Salesforce user time and then again to local. But I was thinking clearly 2 or 3 days ago, and I came up with like, this is not the problem. I mean, this is explicitly put in a date, and I don't really care about this because in fact this time object that was returned from this function was practically how can you say that, like it doesn't have a time zone in JavaScript, a date object. It's just a plain object, so it's not a problem with that. It's just gonna give me a plain object with the time in a certain or in a specific time zone. So what I did was really simple. I just, well, the minutes calculation, all of that was okay, but I just focused on the start time of this model. I mean, we were trying to fill this out with the appropriate value, but we were having the issue that this was being filled out with our local time, and it was like gapped. It was not, accurate due to local time and Salesforce user time difference, because this component, as far as I know, or based on what I've read in the Salesforce documentation, is going to take the Salesforce user time zone in order to display the time, not our local. And the thing is, remember, this is not an explanation video. It's not a tutorial. It's just like me sharing how I deal with these kind of projects. I'm honestly trying to disregard or disregard, like discard this project as a course in Udemy, because it's going to be more like a logical challenge than a really real lightning web component. But I could sell it like, just like if you want to learn to do this specific calendar component, just come on, you can just buy the course, and it's not going to be like a basic lightning web component concepts explanation tutorial. No, it's going to be like an advanced course for people who already know like the basics. And that's it. So whatever, start minutes amount, start hour, start time amount, a timestamp, user time, pivot time. So everything starts here. I just take a timestamp, which I know is going to be local time. This is going to be like local time, and this is going to be shifted, shifted to a specific user time zone, which in this case we had Tokyo time, but it could be any, like Hawaii or whatever. And pivoted time is just taking these explicit values that I get here. Remember that they are explicit; they're just plain strings, and explicitly use it to build back user time to date time. Is very simple. You're just gonna take, where is it, user time to date time. You're just gonna take time. You're just gonna write a local date, but with the with the values of the Tokyo time. So yeah, it's future in my local, but it has the values of what this current time represents, or is equivalent in Tokyo. It's as simple as that. So when I subtract this one from this one, I'm practically going to have the gap between me and the user's time, between my browser's local and the user's time zone. This is going to give me the gap in milliseconds between me and Tokyo time. And that's it. In this case, I just subtracted from the user Salesforce user time. I subtracted the local time. So in this case, Tokyo is like a plus, I don't know, like 9 hours GMT or something like that, from the U to Z universal time, 0 pivot or whatever, or neutral point. And my local time is Colombia, so it's going to be like 5 hours before, and this is going to be like a shift of 14 hours, whatever. This is a gap in milliseconds. And that's practically it. Because once I have this gap, I can just, let me just show you, like, I can just click anywhere here, right? I'm going to click anywhere here. And, like, if I click here, it's going to be 4:30 p.m. But in my local time, because I'm creating a date, which is going to take year, month, and date from the pivot date. So only like date precision. What is this? It's I was trying to clean my screen because of this with my finger, but I'm just dumb. So July. So it's gonna take this, the month, and the year. So no time involved yet. And it's going to put the start hour and start minute that we calculated from the click, using the rule of 3, the whatever you call it, but just using math, and that's it. And now we have the real value where we clicked, but in local time. This is in local time. The problem is that if I pass this click time into this, where is your HTML component? If I pass it to where are them? Yes, if I pass it to this input date time like that, when I use the UTC, it is going to, to be displayed in the model, is going to be displayed in the Tokyo user or Salesforce user time zone, which is Tokyo. But what I have here is a local Colombia time, or whatever the user is. It could be in Hawaii, it could be in Argentina, whatever. This is going to be local. So once it gets here to the model in Salesforce, is gonna suffer that shift. Is gonna be converted into Tokyo time. But this is in fact the real time that I want in Tokyo, because I am a Tokyo user, because I'm logged in with my user. So well, it's as simple as using the gap, yes, and subtract it again, because the unpivoted time is just the click time minus the gap. So when this date that is in Colombia arrives to Salesforce side, is going to be shifted that gap that was subtracted in Salesforce, which is this difference. That's what Salesforce is going to apply. So I will subtract it before it gets there. So when Salesforce added, it will get this, but in the user's time zone. And that's it. So pivoted time is practically the time, and that's it. And pivoted time is going to be the start time, as you can see, the time where we clicked, and that we're going to send. So I put it as model start time, and an end time is as simple as just adding 15 minutes to this one. And this one is also already, shifted, because this suggested end time is based on the unpivoted time, which already has the gap subtracted. And that's it. So then you show the model, and I just added 15 minutes to the end time, and that's it. Could have added like 30 minutes. Of course, it doesn't save anything yet. We can just enter some text for the title, which we don't have yet. What I'm just gonna do is, as you can see, create does nothing, cancel does nothing. Why am I going back to VS Code? And that's because if I see here, like, create cancel is just hide model, and same for the X button that we have here, hide model. Remember, the model was based on ChatGPT. It's not something that I created by heart. It's not that I remember. It's not as if I remember all of this code in order to implement a model. That's something that in the real world you will always go to the web page or whatever, because we are dumb. We cannot memorize anything nowadays. But come on. Yes, I know it's wrong, but is acceptable wrong. Within the boundaries of not being slaves of AI. It's the same as going to a web page and copy pasting, because just give me the base code for a model in linear components. So that's it. I'm just gonna change the label. To this, and that's the video for today. I just want to tell you that I solved it. He showed you that I solved it. It's not as complicated as I was making it. It was really simple. It was just my head being burnt out. Yeah. So where's the label for this? The start time title. Why don't you have the title label? What was that? What? End time, daytime, enter some text. Like, this is not the one that I'm looking to be honest. In fact, where is this typed? Enter some text. Here it is. So this is gonna be title. Yeah, that's it. and start time, end time. Where does this have to? Isn't the icon already explicit enough? Linear components. Let me just check. Linear component datetime input. So the library or whatever. I don't know if I can hide that label. Uh, modal footer. Where is it? Input time picker. Yeah, time picker. I thought there was one without labels, like time input advanced. Is it the one that I? Are you sure? I don't remember it was the code that I was. As far as I remember, it had like a bunch of examples here. Type input basics. It has time input variants. It was something like this. Now that I remember. What the heck? Where is your uh just Google it, like how to hide label variant label hidden. Yeah, I know this is like what you have to do. You always have the shadow. Asking for about how cars right variant or anything. Always shadow is described here, but is there really no way to hide the help icon? No, I'm not trying to hide the help icon, but yeah, turn off. There should be an answer here. Input field, line and input field name, variant. Are you for real? Are you gonna give me the variant here? Label hidden. Just put it there, like this one. Okay, just label hidden. Yeah. Just I don't know, like. Oh no, not to you. I just noticed that, the problem the problem of my keyboard usually appears when I am recording. It's very confusing. Why is that? Is OBS still in my commands or something like that? I wouldn't be able to tell, to be honest. Let's see if this has any kind of impact. Holy shit. I think it's more evident when I'm recording OBS. Huh. Confusing thing. Did you deploy? You didn't even show. Oh, okay. Line of components. Where is Salesforce metadata? Okay, that's great. Where is it? Let's just update it. Update this. And I'm gonna go through I'm gonna go over all of the changes that I have in the. I'm sorry. What? What was this? Label hidden. Oh, but come on, man. You didn't have to change the. But yeah, this is stupid. Because I just well, whatever. I'm gonna do a span right here. Like I'm gonna have to do a div like that. Like div. Okay, div and span or something. And I'm gonna always start time. And this one is end time. And this is like style, like font weight bold, and that's it. Try to check how these look like. Deploy these words to work. I would honestly prefer them if they were like at the top, but I wouldn't be bothered if they're at the right of it, or at the left of the time inputs. Oh, okay, let me click. Oh, great! This is exactly what I wanted to get. As I would really like to have the same effect with title type. So that would look like, well, this would look like very dumb if I don't do that. We could just go with the same. A variant, where is it? Like Lightning combo box. Do you have Lightning combo box is type and title? Oh, there are two of them. So okay. Just let's do the same. I don't know, like div. What? Okay, and then I'm gonna press ban, and I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna go with this, and then I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna go with div. Okay, that's really good. And within the span, I'm just gonna put like, well, to Jude is gonna be title, and to Jude is gonna be type. Am I right? And I need to add this variant to this one. Goodbye to the label. You two, same treatment. And that's it. Like, deploy the source to work. Should look much better now, I guess. Okay, that's it. It's impossible to deal with. Okay, good. So that's it. I think we're good. Like, well, this is in the center of the screen. Would be really good if it could be in the center of the component, but I'm not gonna go to that level of detail. Oh, am I confirming that this is the right, like, it 3? Was that a 1? I can't believe that is that close to 1. Let's just hit 45, 43 to 58. June 14, yeah, that's exactly where I clicked. July 16, 31st, 31, I'm sorry. And that's it. So now, all of the changes were basically related to days checking. It was more evident before, or a few minutes ago, but I'm gonna show you in a minute. But practically the changes here is or I don't think that the pivot date here is going to be a problem, but what we're practically doing is that whenever we are resetting the time, we are calling this double method again, like the conversion to the time zone, and that's it. Like, I'm converting these. I'm importing the methods here. I changed this to weekly because this is the main view that you would like to see the first time you open the calendar. This double conversion just ensure that your pivot date belongs to your time zone, which is really good. Same here, like handle today click, same change. We are ensuring or enforcing that you are up to date in your time zone. Daily view calendar, what was the change? Well, you already know that. We have event type equal value default. Well, but most important, modal start time and modal end time. Time shift, I'm not sure if we are using that. Let me just check if we're using it. But mainly, it is mainly the method. This is pure indentation. Same here. But this is the new method to calculate, the model times, and these are for the type, if it is health, social, or whatever. And this is just a method that hides the model and sets the type again, back to health. And monthly view calendar, you're gonna see the same. Like for today's date, when you like assign the class name related to if it is today background or not, we are checking against the user's time zone, because otherwise, if we just pass like new date and that's it to the comparison with the current date, it would check against my local browser time zone instead of the Salesforce user time zone. And that's it. That's the change. This was removing some code that was not being used. You might remember this change from the previous video. I honestly don't remember it. URLs, just we added like a common database for the values of the types. And weekly view calendar is just the same for us to check if it is today. Instead of having just date, which is our local, we're checking it against the user's time zone. So we do our double conversion again, which I already explained here. That is just as simple as shifting your time to a time zone and explicitly putting it in the calendar. And I'm sorry. And then we're checking against the generated dates that we're iterating over. Because remember that these ones were like generated from pivot date. That's it. And pivot date is now in user's time zone, as you could see. It's more consistent. It gives us consistency. But that's it. I would say like pivot date is now Salesforce user time zone consistent. Model to handle clicked daily view, daily view. If you click event UI was implemented. It is still missing the logic to create the calendar event. Is just UI. Great advance with this one, not because it's a significant advance in terms of feature, but it was a challenge that had me stuck for days. And yeah, that was enough to discourage me from doing this daily. And I disappeared like for longer than a month. But well, I'm kind of back. I guess we have to finish things we begin with. God helps us to do that. God help me, please, to do that. And that's it. So I'm gonna commit. I don't remember. I need to stage, if I'm not wrong. I'm gonna commit. And yeah, if I'm not wrong, I was like git branch just to check. Okay, git push. I have a commit message set up already. I'm gonna go with prod destroyer, and that's it. And now here in a GitHub, it was 3 seconds ago, and we have our no, I'm not gonna do a pull request. You're kind of out of your mind. I just won the push, which is the last commit, which is this one. And that's it. Here we have all of our changes, and here we have our calendar working as expected. One at 12:06 a.m., 12:21, From when? I'm sorry. This is 12, 13, 14. Let's, for example, 14. I want to be 325. Oof, I hit it. Yeah, it is good. So, not too much. Nothing else for today. That's it. I try to do some political debates and, well, God existing debates in some lives that I did because I was bored. I was watching these YouTube shorts that they do live and whatever, but um I'm currently more concerned about the the advance of this project in order to be able to, I think after this, if we are able to just create a calendar event, it should be practically done. um it should be practically done. You could just add a bunch of features, um but I think the next step is just create a calendar with the data that we gather from the model, make it work in the backend. Hopefully it's not going to be a big lift. Uh, but yeah, it was good. While it lasts, it lasted, whatever. See you then.